Josh, Argentina, an offensive juggernaut. 5 players averaging in double figures, and they're averaging as a team 86.3 points a game.
Well, that's just the fact that Argentina, as you said, 5 players or so averaging those double figures. They're going to be an offensive threat, no doubt. I mean, a lot of it's going to be played through the youngster now playing in Madrid, Gabriel Deck. But don't forget that man right there, Luis Scola. Unbelievable player with experience, but he's still got the tools, and he's still going to get the business done tonight here.
Argentina have won 7 of their last 8 games in the World Cup when they've scored at least 80 points. And that appears to be the number that Argentina wants to maintain. They want to make this a high-scoring game. They want to get their players offensively involved, and it looks like Argentina has the tools.
Well, I mean, they've got threats from the perimeter, they've got threats inside, they're also a fast-break basketball team. This team can get it done any way you like, team. It doesn't matter. Perimeter shooting, and that man right there, what a great motivator he is, and being around Argentina basketball for so long.
The coach Sergio Hernandez. And now, the Polish national basketball team, their record just the same as Argentina, 4-0. They haven't played in the World Cup since 1967. But what a run they're showing here. 4 straight victories.
Well, I mean, this is definitely a David and Goliath matchup. We talk a lot about Tadeusz Ponika and, of course, AJ Slaughter, but they know they're up against the Giants. We're taking nothing away from Poland. It has been a dream start here. It started with the qualifiers, and now they're here on the world stage, and they're making noise. Their victory against Russia was big. They want to make history, and they're going to try and start it here tonight.
Poland giving up only 70.5 points a game in this competition. And they haven't conceded more than 76 points in any game in the tournament so far. Can they do it in this game against Argentina? Can they hold Argentina to less than 80 points in the game? The first game of today's doubleheader. Russia getting it done over Venezuela, 69-60. Our Group 1 leaderboard, Argentina and Poland, both unbeaten, both 4-0. Russia finishing with 3-2. Venezuela finishing with 2-3. This is the battle between 2 unbeaten teams, already assured of the quarterfinals. It's going to be a good one. And now, let's honor the national anthems of the competing teams. Argentina with a storied history in basketball. Back in 2004 in the Olympics, Argentina won the gold medal. And then in 1950, in the inaugural World Cup, Argentina winning the gold medal in the FIBA World Cup. And Poland, as we said, the last time they played in the World Cup was in 1967, in the tournament where Poland finished 5th.
Well, Dean, as you said, a lot of history to talk about, but really quickly, let's start to introduce our officials tonight. We've got our officials obviously doing a very good job in our competition in the World Cup. We've got Ademir Zarabovic, Matthew Albert Myers, and Jung Yu now coming from Chinese Taipei, the United States, and Bosnia-Herzegovina. Ladies and gentlemen, we're very proud to say we have some of the finest officials here in world basketball. They've done an excellent job in all of our competitions, and they will continue to do so here tonight at the FIBA World Cup here in Foshan.
And they've been exceptional. 56 referees from 39 different countries deployed here in the FIBA World Cup. 8 Chinese cities hosting. You take a look at the starting 5 of Argentina: Scola, Campazzo, Brusino, Delia, and Garino. And as we mentioned, 5 players for Argentina, averaging double figures. That man has been the magician for Argentina. And Luis Scola, however, leading the team in scoring, averaging 16.5 points a game.
Well, no doubt about it. Campazzo's been one of their best players, but I'm very surprised to see Gabriel Deck on the bench. Now, Dean, this game is not dead. For sure, both of these teams need to win this game. So you can see Argentina going with a bit of a tactical starting 5, of course.
And the Polish starting 5. Aaron Sell hit some big shots in the previous game. AJ Slaughter, Panitka, Waczynski, and Rytsaniuk. That's a potent starting 5 for Poland. Panitka has been the man of the hour for Poland. Panitka averaging 16.5 points a game. But that's Waczynski on your screens. And Waczynski also doing a marvelous job for Poland, averaging 12.8 points. The American coach of Poland, Mike Taylor, on your screens, giving last-minute instructions.
Well, Mike Taylor, as he said in the press conference afterwards, very proud of the progress his boys have made over the past years. And again, you know, the expectations weren't big coming into the World Cup qualifiers. Obviously, they did their best to get it, and they've done that. But now what they're doing is they're setting the bar. And when you do that, that's when the expectations come. So he knows tonight, a lot of people around the world will be expecting a good performance from his Polish national team.
And the war of wits. And we'll see that in this game. Coach Sergio Hernandez of Argentina versus Mike Taylor. And you've got Luis Scola now approaching the players, the referees, wishing everyone the best of luck in the spirit of sportsmanship. And with the World Cup gathering 32 nations together in this high-level competition, but it's all about friendship. It's all about fellowship, camaraderie, and of course, when that basketball is moving on the floor, it's all about intense competition.
Well, Dean, for Poland, the biggest player tonight they're going to need to have a big performance is going to be Rytsaniuk. He's going to have to do a great defensive job on those 2 men there. If he can't handle it, it's going to be a long night for Poland.
And you talked about Rytsaniuk. He was there for the jump, and Delia getting a nice pass. Beautiful pass coming from Scola. Delia with the first basket of the ball game.
We'll talk about having a good performance. That's way too easy. Way too much space under there. Poland's got to be a bit more physical. Really push Argentina to more tough shots.
There's Aaron Sell all the way from outside, not getting the ball to fall inside. Aaron Sell with a rebound. Campazzo, we call him the magician. Campazzo. And then, missed shot. That would have been an easy 2 points once more for Delia. But Argentina getting the ball inside the shaded area.
Well, Delia's got to finish that wide open under the basket. All he's got to do is go up and throw it down, get fouled.
Oh, nice pass. AJ Slaughter. Wide open shot from underneath. Good passing here by Poland, finding the open man.
Well, smart play by Rytsaniuk there to spot AJ Slaughter. As soon as he got it, reacted quickly, went right up with it. Very smart play by the American.
Delia setting the pick. And then the pass back to Delia. And what about that matchup in the backcourt? It's Campazzo versus AJ Slaughter.
Well, it's going to be a great matchup because Campazzo's got the brains, he's got the know-how. What AJ Slaughter's got, what nobody has on this court, he's got the ability to make his own shot and take this game over.
Slaughter did not have a particularly good game last time out for Poland. 8 points and only 1 assist.
Well, Nicholas Brusino, you see, having a wide open look there, but again, bread and butter, part of his career, he's got to start making those shots if he wants to progress up the ranks further.
Brusino doing the inbound. Argentine coach Sergio Hernandez. Campazzo. And a nice pass inside to Brusino. Campazzo still. And then a beautiful roll to the basket by Delia. And he scores! He scores inside. A beautiful pass coming from the magician, Campazzo.
But right now, Poland just not physical enough on the ball. And sorry, off the ball. Right now, Argentine players just getting inside the paint. You got to bump up with something. You got to be more physical.
Panenka, wide open shot. And a beautiful setup job there. Ritsyanyuk with the screen. Panenka with the connection. Campazzo against Slaughter. Delia over to Garino. Still on the outside. Campazzo with a drive and then another dish. A beautiful assist. Delia scoring once more off the beautiful feed coming from the magician.
Well, I said it before, Marcus Delia needs to go up and dunk it. Right there, he answered his critics. He went up strong, could have got the foul. And that's 2 points for Argentina.
Outside shot not there. Delia with a rebound. Brusino has it. And then Luis Scola. And then passing it once more to Delia. Delia has gone off to a flying start in this game. He's getting the feeds. He's getting the attempts. He's all alone inside the shaded area under the basket. And Arancel getting it done. Off the window. Poland hanging to the coattails of Argentina. Argentina up by 1. Been a high-scoring ball game so far. And Argentina, that's the way they like it. Scola, easy 2 points. The points of Argentina coming from inside the shaded area. The bigs getting involved in the action.
Well, there's only 2 people scoring for Argentina right now. That's Marcus Delia and the great Luis Scola. And I said, Ritsyanyuk, he's got to do a better job if Poland's going to stay in this game.
Laczynski trying to extricate. Now over to Ritsyanyuk. He's trying to carve some space. Running out of time. 24-second shot clock violation. Luis Scola at the low block. Is he going to go for the basket? He does. A turnaround. Book it! Book it! Luis Scola with a turnaround jumper from the baseline.
Well, that's just beautiful work from Luis Scola. Simple back down and a fadeaway off one hook. Now again, we talked about his age, but this man's got such a good touch around the basket. Poland gonna have a long night to deal with him in the post.
AJ Slaughter missing from mid-range. Poland trying to keep the ball alive. Uh-oh, Campazzo, wide open shot. And the Argentines, quite alert, with their hands very active. Deflecting, stealing, getting the easy 2 points. Points inside the paint. A tremendous margin enjoyed by Argentina from that department. Arancel outside, not there.
See, this is where Argentina is very lethal, right on the counter-attack. They get out. Well, now Poland come up with a steal. They got a bit of numbers. Panenka in transition.
There's Panenka. And he will miss. The ball will stay with Poland. You see Campazzo on your screens. Panenka doing a good job of sprinting. And then look at the ball fake. A couple of ball fakes and finding Delia for the easy 2 points. Campazzo with a pass. And that time Arancel getting it in from medium range. Born in France, playing for Poland. Here's Luis Scola missing it from the outside. Panenka bringing down the ball. Here's Panenka. AJ Slaughter with a nice pass. Forced to give it up. There's Arancel once more, missing. Big rebound there by Garino.
Panika's got to do a better job of getting to the basket, making that contact and going up. And you want to get to the free throw line right now if you're Poland, because Argentina, Scola, Garino for that matter, Delia just so big on defense. And again, he's under the basket. The triple team comes.
Nice steal, nice interior defense that time. Poland making sure Delia wouldn't get an easy shot underneath. That's going to be a foul on Garino. Some changes being made here, personnel-wise by Poland. Coach Mike Taylor now deploying Kulik, the big guy. And then Oleg Balcerovski is in the game for the first time. He stands 7'1", 215 centimeters. He's only 18 years old. A lot of NBA scouts in the building looking at this young man, Oleg Balcerovski. Putting the ball on the floor, Sokolovsky. And then Vaczynski on the outside. Up against a much smaller Campazzo. And he loses the handle. It's a turnover against Poland.
Well, Dean, what Campazzo did there was very smart, because Vaczynski was trying to back into him very aggressively, and Campazzo just stepped up. Vaczynski lost his balance, turned it over. Great defense by the Argentine.
And that's called pulling the chair from under. You see what happened there, Vaczynski trying to grab the ball on the way outside. Now it's Campazzo. Going to Scola. Rosino. Putting it on the floor. And then a nice pass. No connection that time. Delia missing. Good job defensively by Poland, forcing that miss. And there's a young man, Balcerovski, passing it off to Kulik. Kulik looking for AJ Slaughter, not finding him. Shot clock down to 7. Still in the long court, Vaczynski. There's the move, and no basket by Vaczynski. Campazzo. Fast-paced game we're watching right here. Campazzo, shake and bake move against a 7-1 player. And then the pass inside, Delia. Door shut down, here's the outside shot. Doesn't get the ball to fall. Rosino missing from the deep corner. Nice crossover by Sokolovsky. Kulik taking the shot, and he will be fouled by Delia.
Well, that's much better now for Poland, putting the ball on the floor, just drawing that concept. But yo, go 2 plays back. Kulik had the ball at the top of the key, and then you can see AJ Slaughter goes back to it twice. You've got to give it to Slaughter. Get the ball in his hands, let him go to work.
Free throws coming up here for Kulik.
Well, Dean, got to tell you right now, checking into the game is number 55, man of the hour in the last game, who pretty much sealed the deal for Poland in their win over Russia. Koszarek, the veteran, has come in and probably going to spread the floor and give him another option from the perimeter.
Koszarek, 35 years old, one of the old hands of the Polish national team, the veteran. Kulik, 6'9", 206 centimeters, 2 for 2 from the free throw line. The lead is down to 3. Argentina still in the driver's seat. You see the time left on your screens. Campazzo giving it over to Garino. Scola at the low block. Got it against the 18-year-old, and he misses the shot. What a matchup there. 39 years old versus 18 years old at the post. Ball moving around. That's Slaughter. Ball batted away. Sokolovsky saving it. Over to Balcerovski. Now it's Slaughter. 2 seconds left on the shot clock, and he missed. Under time pressure. Argentina doing a good job defensively that time. Campazzo with the outside shot.
This is where Poland's got to be lethal on the break now with Slaughter. Slaughter splits 2 defenders, kicks out.
Sokolovsky. Oh, with the outside shot. Now there, it's going to be
here we go, time down. Throw it down, Rosino.
Rosino wide open. Argentina making Poland play. Koszarek in the long court. And then a nice pass to Kulik. Almost lost possession. Koszarek. Ball moving around. Balcerovski has to give it up and then block. And that's a 24-second shot clock violation. Call a dead ball. It will be possession here for
Well, turnover
Argentina.
came because of the young Balcerowski. Had the great move on Scola, put it behind his back. He's got to shoot that team. 4 seconds, this is a big lesson for him. But right now, there's no time for learning. You're at the World Stage Cup now. You got to get it in the basket.
Garino over to Scola. That ball movement of Argentina has been exceptional here, but they're only up by 5. There's the pick, and a pick and roll. And Delia with the basket with a one hand. What a perfect execution of a pick and roll. A beautiful pass coming from Campasso off that screen. Slaughter on the outside. Here's the shot from AJ. Got it to go! Big shot coming from AJ Slaughter. What a reply after that pick and roll. Execution by Argentina.
Well, AJ Slaughter now really stepped up and made a huge shot there. Really struggled the other night, but he's going to need to do that a few times for Poland.
Scola losing the ball. No, he still has it. And then a turnover. Polish defense collapsing inside, packing the paint, making it difficult for the Argentine big men to get the easy baskets. And there was that one-handed slammer coming from Delia. Oh boy, he liked that. Kocharek. And then a pass. Here's the big guy faking. Rosino. Wide open. Another slam dunk for Argentina on the break. Less than 30 seconds to go here in the first quarter. It's been all Argentina. They're up by 6. Cooling. Grzeski. And then he takes the outside shot. Off the window, not there. Another chance here for Argentina. The Magicians, scoop passing. And there will be a foul. Neither team in the penalty. And Poland stopping the clock. 4 seconds to go. Argentina looking to manufacture a shot.
Well, Dean, you can see when Poland don't have Slaughter or Ponica on the floor, it's really hard for some of these players to step up because, again, the defense from players like Campasso and Garino is just so physical. Hands in the passing lanes. They want to get out on the break, and already Rosino's had 2 big plays on the fast break.
Laprovitola checking in here for Argentina. There's the pass, and it looks like... No, it looks like Argentina will retain possession, but only 2.8 seconds to go on that deflection by Poland. Poland, 2 fouls to give.
I think what coach is trying to suggest that they lost 1.2 seconds on the turnover, not the turnover, the deflection, so it looks like they're going to stick with it.
Here's Campasso, and the offensive foul is called. And you have a turnover against Argentina on that play. So the clock did not move. 2.8 seconds to go before the end of the first quarter. Grzeski will do the inbound. He's got to put it up. Not enough time. And the score will stay. Argentina 20, Poland 14 at the end of the first 10 minutes of play. It's been exciting. It's been a thrilling basketball game. Poland trying to impose its strength defensively. Argentina, the offensive juggernaut, getting off 20 points in the first quarter.
Well, the stats suggest right now Argentina 0 for 4 from the perimeter, which is quite surprising. Poland 2 for 8, and neither team really getting to the free throw line for that matter. But so far it's been end-to-end stuff at the moment. Not the highest scoring quarter, but for me it's the defense and the transition from Argentina that put them ahead.
Well, early on in this quarter, a lot of easy shots by Argentina from the inside. And the Magician doing his magic, finding Delia. And the Argentine coach Sergio Hernandez liking what he's seeing. Here's Luis Scola with the turnaround fadeaway. A jumper, nothing but net. AJ Slaughter finding his range from close distance. And then Aaron Sell putting the ball on the floor, getting the layup with his left hand, drawing applause from his Polish teammates. And backing in, losing the handle, was Maczynski. And there's the pickpocket job. And Brusino, two-handed slam dunk, making sure. Action-packed first quarter, and we expect more of the same in the second quarter. And don't forget the official app, BWC, the Basketball World Cup. Highlights, live action. Download it now for free. The World's Got Game. We are being shown in 160 countries all over the world. And the FIBA president from Argentina, Horacio Muratore, and his term will end at the end of this World Cup. And Mr. Hamanen Niang of Mali will take over as the FIBA president, succeeding Mr. Muratore. What a job Mr. Muratore has done. I want to be able to commend all the people from FIBA, Mr. Muratore, Secretary General, Mr. Andreas Zaklis, and of course the late Secretary General Patrick Baumann, who made all of this possible with his vision, seeing now the biggest World Cup ever in the history of this competition since 1950. Brusino, outside. Oh! That's a three-pointer coming from Brusino! And a steal. Campazzo, and it's going to be Brusino once more on the throwdown. Oh, what a surge by Argentina to open the second quarter. 25-14, Argentina up by 11 points. Just as we started the second quarter, Argentina with a burst of fire, and Poland forced to call a timeout. We'll be right back.
Well, look at the stats right now. Poland with 7 turnovers, but that's the anticipation. You cannot play lackadaisical basketball against a team like Argentina. Campazzo, La Provitola, they're going to anticipate steals. And Brusino now, I think that's his third dunk in transition. Why? Because they are getting out in the break, hands in, making it difficult for Poland. Poland's got to be better.
What about the points in the paint in the first quarter? 20 points in the paint for Argentina and only 4 for Poland. And you get the feeling that Argentina really just wants to pound it inside. Here's the outside shot coming from Brusino. And then the steal by Campazzo. What a save! The magician in between his legs. And Brusino all the way home with a throwdown. And the Argentine fans loving it. You gotta see it to believe it.
Well, it's only going to get more hard now for Poland because checking into the game is Gabriel Deck. Probably the most versatile player on the court. Plays inside, plays outside. Kulik now missing an easy one. And now Argentina on the break.
La Provitola, he's got the basketball. And he takes the shot from the outside. Not there. Ponitka with a defensive board. Now Poland on the attack. They're down by 11. Ponitka drawing the contact.
Well, that's smart now from Ponitka because, again, what he's doing is just getting in the lane, making a bit of contact. Now, Poland can get in the penalty early, get to the free throw line. They can just sort of hang in this game. But right now, that's the only thing they got going for them.
Ponitka at the line for 2 free throws. Only 3 points scored by Ponitka so far. Ponitka in this tournament averaging 16.5 points a game. Coach Mike Taylor, his father Dick Taylor, was once an assistant coach with the New York Knicks and was in the coaching staff of Bobby Knight when he was coaching the Army team. A 10-point lead enjoyed by Argentina. La Provitola in the backcourt. A lot of physical action there, and they call the foul against Sokolovsky.
Well, Sokolovsky there just trying to make sure he doesn't give Brusino any time off the ball. But again, Brusino, what he is very good at is using the screens. His movement off the ball is absolutely fantastic. So, well, he gets away with a push-off right there.
4 players from Argentina played the entire first quarter of this game. And all the points of Argentina in the first quarter came from inside the shaded area. Can you believe it? The inside dominance of Argentina to score.
Well, Mateusz Ponitka tried to go with the Larry Bird shot behind the backboard, but again, that man get to the basket, drawing another foul. It's the one thing Poland has to do if they're going to stay in this game. Get to the free throw line.
Waczynski checking back in place of Sokolowski. And the veteran, Koszarek, doing the inbound and finding Ponitka. Defended closely by Garino. Arancel on the outside, and case of miscommunication. They throw the ball away.
The problem Poland has right now is the Argentine defenders are up all against them. When a defender gets that close to you, you just got to go by. You go by, you're going to make a bit of contact. Again, draw fouls. But right now, Poland playing very nervous when they're on the basketball.
Rytsaniuk back in the game here for Poland. Laprovitola. Over to Garino and Gabriel Deck. There's the pass. Wide open for Brusino. Doesn't get it to fall, but he gets his own miss. Offensive rebound. Here's the shot coming from Garino, still missing it. And now Poland on the attack. Here's a foul. Gabriel Deck. He had 25 points in Argentina's big win over Venezuela the other night. Koszarek.
Beautiful ball movement by Argentina, but yeah, Brusino wide open. He's got to nail that three-pointer in the corner. Same with Garino. These are good looks. And they got to tuck these away. They don't want to give Poland any chances to come back into this game.
Almost a steal, yet it is a completed steal by Argentina. Laprovitola. Now setting the table here for Argentina. Playing the half court. There's the screen by Galizzi. Brusino has it. Brusino finding Galizzi with a missed dunk by Galizzi. And a foul by Poland off the steal by Argentina. They might call an unsportsmanlike foul on that one because Argentina was on the attack on the break. Now it might be on Rytsaniuk. Referees are going to consult the IRS machine. And let's listen into what they have to say.
From the angle down, which we go up, okay? I think the main camera, to the main. Normal speed. Okay. Give me one more time. In slow-mo. He was not going to play the ball. Stay with the coach. I confirm that C1 not play for the ball. I confirm unsportsmanlike foul 34. C1 not play for the ball.
And Rytsaniuk has been called for the unsportsmanlike foul because there was no play on the ball. You heard it from the referees. And you know, that's another innovation by FIBA. It's not just the IRS, but also that the referees are mic'd so you can hear what they're saying when they're explaining the call. And if you're a viewer, you gotta love it.
Well, no doubt about it, man. It's an excellent call by the officials because Rytsaniuk played no attempt of the basketball. Essentially what he was trying to do was stop Brusino in transition. So again, for me, that's a silly foul to give away. 2 free throws are gonna get the ball back.
Brusino missing his first free throw and making his second. And Argentina will retain possession on the unsportsmanlike contact. Laprovitola doing the inbound. Campazzo doing an excellent job in the first quarter. He's now resting on the bench. Laprovitola, the reserve point guard. Look at him go, and then a pass out. Brusino with the outside shot, missing it. Big rebound here by Arancel. Almost a steal by Deck. The ball is loose. The ball is handled. Brusino has it. Brusino over to Deck, and then a pass again. Out of time. Left on the shot clock, 14 seconds. And the crowd showing its appreciation for that passing display by Argentina. And the hustle, diving for the loose ball. You gotta love it.
Well, Dean, I got to credit first of all Argentina because, you know, there were so many opportunities right there that they could have capitalized with a man down, but Rosino with the basketball in his hand, stopped play, looked the official to say, cells on the floor, got to sort it out. So credit to sportsmanship from the Argentina national team.
14 seconds on the shot clock. La Provitola. Over to Brasino. Still with La Provitola. And then the back pass. It's Gabriel Deck. All hands on deck. And he missed the layup. He'll go to the line on the contact. And what a game Gabriel Deck had in the previous contest against Venezuela. Watch that hang time move, but not getting the right angle to get the ball inside, off the window.
Well, I'm amazed he kept the ball in his hand. He only went in with one hand. He usually go for a layup. You got to hold it with two. But Gabriel Deck, I mean, he just surprises us night in, night out here at the FIBA World Cup.
Missing the free throw, however. Standing 6'8", 202 centimeters. He's averaging 13 points a game in this competition, making 1 out of 2. That's Gabriel Deck. The lead is 12 by Argentina. Kocharek in the long court, going up against La Provitola. And now it's Vacinski, forced to take an outside shot. Yes, Vacinski hitting it from downtown. Gabriel Deck giving it to Galizzi, running out of space. It's a turnover against Argentina.
Well, Galizzi's not the most offensive-minded player for Argentina. You know, his job's very simple, coming in, set screens, get rebounds. Gabriel Deck gets the ball in the lane. He's got to go up with a floater or something. You've got to take more responsibility than that.
You saw the replay. That outside shot coming from Vacinski was not challenged. AJ Slaughter almost losing possession. Ponitka. And the pick set by Kulig. That's another pick. Ponitka wide open. Doesn't get it to fall. A big rebound there by Galizzi. La Provitola bringing up the basketball for Argentina. And there's the pick set by Galizzi. That's an offensive foul. Illegal pick. The moving pick by Galizzi. And they call the foul. It's a turnover. Poland regaining possession.
Well, it's a terrible turnover for Galizzi to give up because, again, all he's got to do is just stand still. You got La Provitola. You've got many players on this team that know how to use screens. Why he's moving just cost his team a costly error.
Watch it right here. And there was that moving screen set by Galizzi. And now he's back on the bench. Scola and Delia back on the floor here for Argentina. AJ Slaughter. Forced to pass it out. Vacinski with the outside shot. Almost in. And Poland, another opportunity. Here's AJ Slaughter. This time from medium range. Not there. Field goal percentage dropping here for Poland. Here's another outside shot. Still not there from Vacinski. A lot of contact underneath. Scola had the rebound, but he went down. And Poland with the contact. They will be called for the foul.
Well, 3 good looks for Poland from the perimeter. I mean, they weren't able to get it, but again, I got to credit the fact every time a three-point shot went up, Poland just going in, crashing the boards, literally fighting for everything they've got in this game. They know they're up against the Giants.
9-point lead by Argentina. We've got a timeout on the floor. 5:12 to go in the second quarter. Back here in Foshan as we listen to the Argentine head coach, Sergio Hernandez.
Well, the stats obviously going in favor of Argentina, 48% from the field at the moment. I mean, they've only hit 1 3-pointer. They've taken 10. So you can imagine if they make 4 more 3-pointers, this game is long gone for them, for Poland.
Poland hanging in there. Their defense, however, not able to stop Argentina from getting a lot of easy shots, especially underneath the basket. Coach Hernandez. Talking to his players, talking to Gabriel Gabi Deck. And the crowd enjoying right here in Foshan. As you see a lot of the Argentine fans with smiles on their faces. The same thing with the Polish fans. And you gotta love the atmosphere here in Foshan. Josh, you've got fans from all over the world coming over to support their national teams.
Oh, no doubt about it. I mean, that's what basketball's all about, the sport that brings us all together. And again, the international atmosphere as well is just phenomenal. And what a great host China's been so far for the FIBA World Cup. As Delia now is going to go to work one-on-one against Kulik, hopefully.
La Provitola, and then passing it off to Delia, and he will be fouled. It looks like it'll be on AJ Slaughter. And you see the patience of Argentina. When they don't have a shot inside, they move it back out. And then if there's an open space inside, they bring it back in. It's that kind of patience that Argentina is displaying here that's driving Poland to a spate of turnovers. And Delia missing that free throw.
Well, one thing Argentina like to do on offense is really force the ball inside. I mean, they might throw it down in a low block. It doesn't mean it's going to go one-on-one, but the ball must go out inside before it comes back out. And again, that's what's causing so much mismatches for the Polish defense.
What about the two missed free throws there by Delia? Balcerowski back on the floor. Poland wanted to give him a lot of time, a lot of minutes. Kulik outside, AJ Slaughter. 4 in the shot clock. He's got to make a move. That's it. That's an outside shot, and he misses badly. La Provitola forward to Gabriel Gabi Deck. La Provitola still with the possession. Looking for someone to seal. Looking for Delia. 11-second shot clock. La Provitola hitting the shot, taking matters into his own hands. He couldn't find anyone to pass to inside, and he said, let me just take the shot. I'll get it done. 3-point shot. La Provitola. Baczynski finding Kulik. Oh, nice reverse by Kulik.
Well, again, much better there by Poland, because what they're doing is penetrating into the air in a simple dish-off. And every time Poland's got the ball in their hands, most of these players, they're panicking with it. Make a penetration. Make the Argentine defense shift a little bit.
Here's Deck at the low block, trying to back in. No shot. Will he pass? Will he try to score? He tries to score, and he gets it. All hands on deck. 2 points there for Gabriel Gabi Deck.
Dude, just how does Gabriel Deck make that shot? That is unbelievable.
Kulik in the long court. Thought about the outside.
Here we go now.
Here
Deck
comes
time. Throw it down. The MVP of the Liga de las Americas doing it here at the FIBA World Cup.
Gabi Deck throwing it down off the turnover against Poland. And Argentina making Poland pay for that mistake. It's a Poland timeout. Argentina now up by 14 points. 3:16 to go in the first half. We'll be right back for more action.
You got to adjust to the pressure. You got to adjust. We can't start our offense out here.
Well, again, look at the turnovers right now. Poland have 11 turnovers, while Argentina have 8 steals and 10 assists. Really, the fact is, Argentina are getting out on the break because it starts with their defense. They're putting Poland under so much pressure, and you can hear his frustration. Look, if they put the pressure on you, you go at them. You draw the fouls. Right now, his players, they're not playing with any sort of confidence whatsoever.
An American coach, Mike Taylor, trying to fire up his boys. And all he wants his boys to do is to attack. He wants the level of intensity to go up several notches. He wants Poland to compete. He doesn't like this 14-point lead by Argentina. La Provitola with the outside bomb. And here was that steal and the easy 2 points on a slam dunk with a one hand by Gabi Deck.
Well, Argentina now has gone into a 2-3 zone, and you can see why, because Poland aren't particularly shooting the three-pointer very well, and defense is paying off.
Korshark, he was wide open for the offensive rebound. but couldn't get the possession. The ball going out of bounds. Argentina basketball once more. Vildosa taking the shot from outside, getting the ball inside the hoop. Vildosa with the outside shot. That was a three-pointer. Now the lead is up to 17. It is widening. Kulig. A poor decision on the bounce pass. The ball out of bounds. And Coach Taylor looking for his players to go on attack mode, and that's not getting it done. Vildosa. The pass stolen by AJ Slaughter. And then, oh, the big guy, Balcerowski, bringing it down. AJ Slaughter with a beautiful pass. Balcerowski, 7'1", 215 centimeters. What length!
Well, he ran the fast break like Gazelle, but again, good hands from the 18-year-old just to catch a very tough pass by AJ Slaughter transition and just threw it down. I mean, look at this. AJ gives him a bounce pass, which is tough, and the young fella just showing it in transition. This is your moment.
A tremendous length. Balcerowski, he wasn't going to miss in that situation. A beautiful pass coming from AJ Slaughter. Laprovitola now finding himself at the free throw line. Both teams in a penalty. Argentina missing a lot of free throws in this game.
Yeah, I mean, no doubt about it. Argentina haven't really shot well from the perimeter or the free throw line for that matter. I mean, they're 2 for 7 at the moment, which is unlike them. But again, credit to them down their defense. They're working their socks off. Ball pressure, hand denials. Possibly, I won't make any excuses for them. They might be just a little bit tired when they're shooting those shots.
And Campasso checking back in. Laprovitola doing a good job for Argentina. He sits down. And the backcourt now for Argentina is Campasso and Vildosa. Scola is in the game. Same thing with Delia and Deck.
Campasso's definitely been Argentina's most dangerous player tonight. Every time he's got the ball in his hands. But again, for me, it's been his defense. You look at him, he causes all sorts of man-to-man pressure for these Polish players.
Kocharek now with the basketball. Bringing it up here for Poland. Kulig. Over to AJ Slaughter. Nice pick set by Kulig. It's a pick and pop. No, he drives strong. Looking for the man outside. Kulig taking the ball. Shot clock 6. Shot clock 3. He's got to take it. He does. He goes down. He goes down. The foul on Delia, and Kulig will go to the line. That was a three-point attempt.
What is Marcus Delia thinking? Again, you got him at the end of the shot clock. You got the one player who doesn't shoot three-pointers. Why are you putting a hand out to him like he's Reggie Miller? Just put a hand up. He's not going to make the three.
And you watch it right there. Delia with a foul. And Kulig will go to the line for 3 free throws.
I mean, dude, we talk about playing with intelligence. And again, right now, Argentina running the show. But you've got to show your experience. You've got to show your basketball IQ. And that could cost you down the long run.
He talked about Kulig not being a good three-point shooter in this tournament. He's shooting 13% from beyond the arc. Kulig looking for his third free throw and missing. Once more, Scola with the board. Now it's Campasso, the magician. Over to Vildosa. Back to Campasso. Zone defense being played here by Poland. Luis Scola trying to carve some space. Missing it. Delia. Offensive rebound. 2 points.
Well, Poland shouldn't play his own defense against Argentina because simply it's too easy for Luis Scola to get the ball at the high post. Once he's got the ball at the high post, it's pretty much all over for Poland in the low block.
And what about that three-pointer attempt by Kulig? And Poland with a deflection and the steal. AJ Slaughter. Oh, smart move by AJ Slaughter. He knew the contact was coming from Vildosa. And American coach Mike Taylor wants it unsportsmanlike. Referees telling him, pipe down, pipe down. It's going to be 3 free throws here for AJ Slaughter.
Well, they might have a case there, to be honest. Mike Taylor might have a case there.
Was there a play on the ball? Referees are not consulting. the IRS.
Looks like they're going to go to it.
Oh, yes, they are now. They will be consulting the IRS. And American coach Mike Taylor agreeing and clapping his hands. Let's find out what the referees have to say.
Oh, no fit. Give me another camera. Camera from this angle.
Okay, first, best debut on the line.
Okay?
One more.
But we cannot check this. Okay? Give me one more time. Okay.
I think
C2.
C2.
C2
C2 for the excessive contact and hard foul.
Upgrade for the
two free throws.
Two free throws.
Number 6, white.
Okay, I confirm. Unsportsmanlike foul. Number 3. 2 shots, possession of the ball.
Okay, you heard it from the referees. Now, AJ Slaughter's foot was on the line, and that's why they're giving him 2 free throws. But they confirmed it was unsportsmanlike. Watch it right here. There was no play on the ball, and there was a bump by Vildoza as Slaughter throwing it up, but his foot was on the line.
I love it right now because you got Luis Scola and Marcus Delia going over to the ref to say, why is it unsportsmanlike? And you got to understand, it's just a difference of culture. The way basketball's played in South America and Argentina, it's just so hard-nosed, tough as nails. And again, they've got to adapt. They can't be committing fouls like that because, again, you play in the later stages of this tournament, things like that could cost you. You've got to be smarter.
Free throws connected there by AJ Slaughter. Poland will get back possession because of the unsportsmanlike foul. Free throws in possession going to Poland. And there's an offensive foul against Poland. Another turnover. And Argentina will get back possession. Less than a minute to go here in the first half of play. And Argentina with a 15-point lead. And now, remember, the winner of this contest will go to the quarterfinals and will play the loser of the game between Serbia and Spain. That'll be the winner of this game against the loser of Serbia versus Spain. Deck, all hands on deck. He's got 2 points again.
Nobody's stepping out to take a charge there. For me, that's very, very weak. Somebody's got to step up, stand in the way, and take that charge.
Kulik over to Vaczynski. Vaczynski getting the ball back. Too much dribbling by Vaczynski. Oh, look at that. AJ Slaughter with a tremendous elevation. Time left. You see that on your screens. Campazzo with a no-look pass over to Gabby Deck. Campazzo still has it. Time running out here in the first half. Campazzo. Oh, the ball was stolen by Poland. Poland on the attack. They put it up. They miss. I would have counted if it got in. And the half has ended. Argentina 42, Poland 27. 15-point advantage by the Argentines. It's been a highly entertaining, a highly exciting game. And the last game of the second round here in Foshan. As you take a look at the 2-point percentage, Argentina hitting a high 75% from 2-point distance.
Well, both teams now 3 3-points, but again, look at the turnovers, or points from the turnovers for that matter. Argentina really making it count with 8 steals, 30 points in the paint to only 10. And again, I said it before the game, if Poland's going to stay in this game, they need a bigger performance from their bigs, especially Hrcaniak. Right now, AJ Slaughter leading the scoring for them, while Marcus Delia had 8 points, the very first 8 points for Argentina. Only had 4 points since then. But again, Brusino and Deck stepping up. Poland got to bring their A game here in the second half.
Argentina drawing a lot of offense from players you didn't think can provide a lot of offense for them. Brusino and Delia. It's not Campazzo, it's not Scola, it's not La Provitola, but Brusino. But what about that magic move? The magician, Campazzo, keeping that ball alive and giving it over to Brusino with a two-handed throw down. Here's Ponitka with a turn. Argentine coach Sergio Hernandez. And that was a foul given up. Luis Scola hitting the floor. And that rebound play. And Gabriel Deck losing the handle. But Argentina still keeping that ball alive. American coach Mike Taylor of Poland trying to settle his troops down. Waczynski with the outside shot, ringing the bell from deep. And here's the move by Waczynski over to Kulik with the reverse layup. A lot of exciting action in the first half. Now we'll be back for more action in the second half. Argentina on top, 42. Poland, 27.
The dish inside the Fortman. It's the Dennis Schroeder show. We all have a ticket to it.
Liz kicks it out. Vargas. And then throws it down. Give him the poster. Flex on him, young man. Flex on them.
Wow. Vargas.
All the way through, dancing through the defense. A box office blow from Barnes.
It is the good change of direction, trying to keep him on the sideline, cuts back to the middle. No help. Dunk.
Out loose is Patty Mills. Fast break opportunity. Behind the back, fine. Up and in and one. What a play from the Aussies. Trying to go up himself. Goes right in. Oh my goodness! What a throw down by Vincent Poirier!
Wow, I almost fell off our commentary position for that one. That was unbelievable athleticism from the big man.
My parents gave me away, so I had no purpose in this life. Yeah. When you educate a woman, you educate a nation. It's a quote from Nelson Mandela, by the way.
So we're going to enter into Mateus. AJ's cutting, beast. Now Aaron, you got to get leverage on Scola pops.
Back here in Foshan's second half, about to start. Argentina up 42-27 over Poland. As you listen to the Polish coach, Mike Taylor, saying one possession at a time. They're down 15. They got to be able to chip away bit by bit, point for point. But they got to take care of protecting the rim. Argentina just getting away with too many layups, too many inside points. In the first half, 30 points in the paint for Argentina and only 10 for Poland.
Well, Argentina right now, it's a big test. They knew that. They're up against one of the world's best. Poland, it's a big test for them. Argentina being one of the world's best. Poland have to come ready to play. And you can see Coach telling them in the first half that, you know what, you see pressure, you got to attack it. One way to get back into this is get to the free throw line. But Dean, I got to tell you, right now, Argentina, they're in the same league as the Serbians, the same league as the Greeks. This is a world-class basketball team.
Argentina with the possession. As you see, the FIBA president, Horacio Moratore of Argentina. Almost a steal here by Poland. Campasso with the possession. Over to Brusino, faking the shot. Campasso giving it to Garino. And then Luis Scola. He'll carve space. And there's a jump hook. Doesn't get it to fall. Poland, good defense. Forcing Argentina into a bad shot.
Well, Argentina gave up a few opportunities to take a three-pointer. That Brusino had it from 18 feet, and then Campasso probably should have taken the three-pointer, but now this is where Poland's got to capitalize.
Ponitka. Oh, nice pass inside. And Aaron Sell opening the scoring here in the third quarter. Dalia with the basketball. Over to Brusino. Back to Brusino in the long court. 3 seconds on the shot clock. They pass it to Scola. Will he get it up in time? He does! He got it up in time! And the basket counts. Luis Scola with an off-balance shot.
Well, that's just the experience of Luis Scola. You can see 4 seconds on the shot clock. Just took it down the middle, bit of a contact, and threw up a little bit of a teardrop prayer. Got it to go for the big man.
Hritsanyuk with the ball. Going to AJ Slaughter. And there's the screen by Hritsanyuk. AJ Slaughter with the connection! A nice screen by Hritsanyuk to get Slaughter open for that shot.
Well, AJ Slaughter, if he can get that jump shot going for the perimeter, he will be the best player on this court, but he's got to work a little bit harder off the ball and got to make things happen for Poland.
Campasso, beautiful pass over to Scola. Scola saying that he was fouled. Here's Poland on the attack. Ponitka, he was foiled in midair. A block by Argentina. And Argentina throwing that ball away.
Well, Dean, right now, both coaches getting very frustrated because Scola thought he got fouled on that play. And then personally, myself, I thought Ponitka got fouled in there. And the same thing, I think it was Campasso had the ball, was just tugged back, caused a turnover. Passenger play now, both teams got to put behind him and carry on.
And you saw the replay of that outside shot coming from AJ Slaughter. Ponitka putting the ball on the floor. Ponitka still. Over to Aaron Sell. Here's the attack. And there will be a foul against Argentina. It's Garino and Aaron Sell getting up from the floor. It's been physical here at the start of the second half. A lot of bumping, a lot of shoving. Referees, however, holding their whistles. They're letting the players play.
Well, this is where the issues are going to come for Poland because, look, they're working their socks off right now with this Argentine lineup. And again, who's coming to the game? The 2017-18 MVP of Liga de las Americas. You said it, Dean. All hands on deck for this one.
And there's the shot from the outside, not there, and Deck. Heavily tattooed, bringing down the basketball. Over to Campasso. Brusino on the outside. Give it over to Campasso, and there's the foul, the push. And they'll call it on Faczynski. The lead is down to 12. Argentina still in the driver's seat. Campasso with the inbound over to Brusino. And over to Deck. The ball was stolen by Poland and AJ Slaughter. Moving it up. There's a big pick by Hritsanyuk. And then Aaron Sell, missing the open jumper. Hritsanyuk not able to handle the ball. And there will be a foul. It'll likely be on Hritsanyuk.
Well, that's a potential unsportsmanlike foul. But look, I got to give a bit of criticism now to Argentina's offense. Right now, they're just going through the motions. Well, to me, that's an unsportsmanlike foul in my opinion, because you see Hritsanyuk does kind of tangle his arm up, but official's going to let play go. But going back to what I said, Dean, is right now Argentina up by only 12 points. They got to make the most of going off screens. Yeah, you might be up, but you can't give Poland any chance to get back in this. Do something on the screen, hit some jump shots, get to the basket.
Garino over to Scola. Scola at the low block. Trying to carve some space. Getting the shot to fall inside. A beautiful misdirection turn by Luis Scola off the window. 14-point lead by Argentina. Ponitka over to Hritsanyuk. Baczynski. Still Baczynski. Over to Ponitka. Baczynski wide open. The shot falling inside. Baczynski getting the ball back from Ponitka. Nice communication.
Well, Dean, what we're seeing different right now in Poland in this half is that, as Coach said, the pressure they were having in the first half, they're dealing with it now. Slaughter on the run. AJ's going to go in with a finger roll. AJ Slaughter.
2 points by AJ Slaughter on the break. Poland creeping in. The lead is down to just 9 points. And there's the shot. Garino hitting it. A nice attack inside the shaded area. And then a soft touch.
Well, again, going back to what I said, don't just run through the motions. Argentina there making the most, a simple penetration. They can do it every play if they want. But if they're going to run through the motions, they give Poland an opportunity. What a spin move by Ponitka!
But he missed! Ponitka missing, and then Argentina all the way home.
Well, I'd like to see how many steps Garino took on that, because it looked like he took 3 or 4, but nonetheless, great fast break by Argentina.
Hritsanyuk with a pick for AJ Slaughter. A nice pass over to Hritsanyuk, but failing to connect from inside the shaded area. The lead is 13. Campasso pulling up for a jumper. Doesn't get it to fall. Ponitka putting the ball on the floor, picking up speed, and then he still doesn't score. That's a second missed layup by Ponitka, and then all the way home, Garino with a slammer in transition, and Argentina breaking out to a 15-point lead. The lead was down to 9, and Argentina comes surging back to open up a 15-point lead. We've got a timeout on the floor by Poland. 4:40 to go in the third quarter. Poland coach Mike Taylor talking about the next
Look at the
play.
field goal percentages right now for Poland. Again, from 2-point, only 38% and 28 from the perimeter. Overall, Poland not shooting the ball too well, but again, they just missed 2 good layups from Mateusz Ponitka, and he's got to make up for it now because it's a 15-point lead for Argentina. Poland's got to make sure going into the fourth that they can try and get it under 10 into single digits.
And again, the instructions from Coach Mike Taylor, especially to AJ Slaughter, you've got to attack, and you watch this move by Luis Scola. The defense thinking that he was going to turn to his right, instead going to his left, and then banking the shot home. And then the one-handed slammer coming from Garino. And Argentina breaking out, scoring in transition, and the fans loving it.
Well, I didn't think that Poland had the stamina to play with Argentina in the first half. And again, they've come out guns firing in here. But again, team like Argentina, you make mistakes, they'll make you pay. You make it wrong, they'll still make you pay.
Argentina with the steal. And Garino missing the shot. Ball is loose. Poland with the possession. Ponitka. And he was fouled by Gabidek.
Well, Poland's up the tempo in the second half. Now they've come ready to play, and now Argentina has got to respond to that, and they're doing well at that, getting out of the break. So far, quarter number 3, it's 10 apiece.
Coach Taylor firing up his boys. Aaron Sell over to Kulik, taking the pass. Now it's Vacinski. He pulls up for a jumper. Doesn't get it to fall. And Gabidek with a rebound. Putting it on the floor. Garino from the outside. Got it to go! Garino got it to go!
Well, Garino's doing a really good job at getting out on the break. Every time he sees Dax, Scola, or Brasino for that matter, getting the rebound, he's got one thing on his mind, and that's to get wide. And this time he pulls up for a trade. Now Scola with the steal. Scola all the way.
Oh, the ball batted out by Kulik. Scola would have come in for the layup in transition off the steal. Kulik doing a good job of playing transition D. Sokolovsky checking in for Poland. That much time remaining here in the third quarter. There's a ward-off. Garina and Sokolovsky, referees, talking to both players. Might be a technical foul here. Here it is, a technical foul. And it looks like they call it on Garino.
Great job by the officials there. And again, Argentina's got no argument. It's a double technical.
Right.
And the reason they've done that is just to say to players, hey, cut it out, get on it and play basketball.
That's right, a double technical foul. So no side taking a free throw in that situation. Technical fouls negating each other. Oh, Luis Scola, beautiful pass coming from Garino. And Luis Scola.
Well, Garino went in, just gave a little bit of a hook bounce pass, but Scola, just the movement off the ball is what made that play possible.
No basket there for AJ Slaughter. And guess who got the rebound? Luis Scola. And Campasso. Whoa, the magician! The magician! Drilling it from downtown.
Well, Campasso got knocked to the ground, and Kulik looked at him and said, come on, man, get up. So Campasso said, hey, give me the ball. I want a piece of it now.
There's the pick set by Aaron Sell. And he was fouled as he was moving in. That's Aaron Sell. Gabidek on your screens. Take a look at that beautiful pass coming from Garino over to Luis Scola and scoring on the layup off the window. And Campasso, the magician, whoa! A three-point shot. Aaron Sell missing it. Campasso. And he pulls up for a jumper. This time doesn't make it. And AJ Slaughter with the possession. Here's a stutter step move. Oh, and AJ Slaughter. What a shot. A scoop shot. A stutter step motion. AJ Slaughter attacking the hole.
Well, that's the AJ Slaughter that Poland needs in this game, just to get into the gaps and attack Argentina and everything, but just hasn't done it enough tonight as Brasino goes to the basket.
Luis Scola. He was fouled going up. Argentina doing a lot of passing, looking for the open man. And Luis Scola only had 4 points in the first half. You see what AJ Slaughter did on that previous play. A beautiful move by AJ Slaughter. Luis Scola going to the line. In this competition, averaging 16.5 points a game, 8.3 rebounds. Last 2 seasons, Scola has played in the Chinese League for the Shanghai Sharks. And last season, averaging 19.9 points, 9.7 rebounds. Had a 10-year career in the NBA. 39 years old, but don't remind him of his age.
I'll be sure not to ask him that question, that's for sure. But we'll give him compliment that he is in good shape still, no doubt.
On the ball, hitting the shin. Balzalowski, and he loses it. Here we go. Oh, it's a throwdown. It's a one-handed throwdown there by Fiolerup. He just checked in and announcing his entry. Fiolerup with a beautiful one-handed slammer.
Well, Argentina want to get on the break, and now you can see it's a 4-on-2 situation.
Kulig losing the ball. La Provitola in the game now with Campasso. 2-point guards together. Deck. Oh, with an easy drive. 2 points. Nobody home. Nobody protecting the rim. And Gabby Deck with another 2 points. The lead is up to 17.
And again, Poland started the quarter off on fire, had the guns blazing, but you can see right now, it's almost like the adrenaline's paid off. But look at this for fast break basketball, dishing it off. You're Argentina, throw it down.
I want to check my math. The lead is up to 27 rather, not 17. And here's Kulig with a rebound. Kosharek over to Kulig. Going it over to the big guy. A case of overpassing. And Argentina with the possession. Argentina. Oh, a magical shot. The magician Campasso. Oh!
Somehow, some way, Campasso gives it a rip around. Well, a ring around layup in transition. I mean, that's just a beautiful transition basketball by Argentina.
That's a 29-point lead. In a wink of an eye, you never expected this kind of lead here from Argentina. And make no mistake about it, Argentina is a championship contender here in the 2019 World Cup. Look at that pass coming from La Provitola. And then the magical shot from the magician, Campasso.
I think the biggest thing for Argentina in this tournament is that, you know, they've got a point to prove their identity. If you think lost identity in the last World Championship and, of course, the Olympics, I mean, haven't really hit the world like they did back in 2002 or 2004. So for Argentina, it's about letting the world know we're back, we mean business, and we're going to knock everyone out the way who we play.
Gruchevsky missing the free throws. And another 2 points scored here by Argentina. They are now scoring at will. It's a 31-point lead by Argentina over Poland.
Well, now they're just picking Poland apart. I mean, literally, it looks too easy, but...
And there's the foul. Both teams in a penalty. Scola now with 14 points in the game. He only had 4 points at the half. Sokolovsky. And we talked how important it was for Poland to hold Argentina to 80 points or below. Well, right now, we're just in the third period with 16.7 seconds to go, and Argentina already with 70 points.
Well, the biggest difference is the depth in both teams. I mean, Argentina go probably 6, 7, 8 deep in their lineups like Poland. I mean, they got to have other players step in and play more role-playing positions, and it just isn't enough to compete against a world powerhouse like Argentina.
One-on-one move here by Gabby Deck. And then missing his shot. And that's the end of the third quarter. Argentina with a massive lead. 70 points against Poland's 41.
Well, look at those stats there, Dean. I mean, Argentina, they're starting to pick it up a bit more from the perimeter. They've hit 4 3-pointers so far here in the second half. And again, only 5 for 10 for the free throw line. And their score, the score in the game, obviously, doesn't reflect what they're doing from the field, but it starts in the defense. The defense causing turnovers and getting out on the fast break. There you can see with Feller just with the throwdown.
And the nifty passing by Argentina, creating a situation for easy shots. And Campasso, the magician, hitting it from outside. He's been the big difference in this game.
Well, no doubt about it. Campasso's probably the most dangerous player, but I mean, this is the guy that really needs to step it up a bit more for Poland. I mean, he's got all the tools in the bag to do it, but AJ Slaughter right now has had one good move to the basket, and that's what they've needed all night long. They've just needed to deal with the pressure from Argentina, and Poland haven't done that.
What about Luis Scola? In the first half, only 4 points. Now with 14 across his name, he had 10 points in the third quarter alone. That was Faczynski hitting it from the outside. And Poland need to regroup. Coach Mike Taylor, as he reminds his players, you got to take it one possession at a time. Rytseniuk, the big man from Poland. And there's Koszarek, the veteran, the 35-year-old international player for Poland, bringing up the basketball. 10 minutes left in this basketball game. Rytseniuk over to Koszarek. Rytseniuk faking the shot and getting it to fall inside.
I think that's Poland's first field goal from probably about 2 minutes of play. And again, Rytseniuk did hesitate, and that could see as a problem with Poland's offense is they're very unsure when to shoot the ball.
La Provitola with a fake. And then over to Campazzo. Back to La Provitola with the outside shot. That's not going to fall. Now Poland putting it on the floor.
Well, right now, Poland's job is down by 27. Not to let this lead get any bigger. They've got to keep fighting back at them.
Gruszecki. He was fouled, and he'll take the ball out of bounds. Gruszecki, 29 years old, played at the University of Texas at Arlington. Gruszecki has it. Pulling up for the jumper. Getting it to fall. So back-to-back baskets scored by Poland at the start of the fourth quarter. The lead is down to 25. La Provitola. Over to Campazzo. And they find Luis Scola. Scola, look at the way he carved the space for the 2 points. Unmolested layup shot for Luis Scola. Now with 16 points. Sokolovsky. Finding Aaron Sell. Ball still in the backcourt. Gruszecki. And the ball will be out of bounds for, looks like Argentina ball.
Well, it definitely is Argentina ball because you can see, well, look at this on the replay for a post move. So simple, goes down the middle, steps through like Kevin McHale, just gives it the little easy kiss drop finger roll.
Wonderful move by Luis Scola. He has it right now outside. Looking for someone to pass to. No, he faked the shot. Here he goes with a drive. He misses. Rytseniuk over to Gruszecki. Gruszecki putting it hard on the floor. And he will score. He will score, Gruszecki.
But Dean, I mean, where was this play from Poland in the first half? If they just think to themselves, get the ball, attack the basket, they could have got themselves in the penalty. But again, that's what we should have seen all game long from Poland.
Showing a little more aggressiveness right here at the start of our fourth quarter. Campazzo in the long court. Calling the play, but taking the shot. Not there for Campazzo. Koszarek up against Campazzo in the backcourt. Koszarek passing it off to the big guy. Doesn't get it to fall.
Oh, what a pass by Scola, but unable to connect with that one.
Balcerowski, the big guy, 7'1", 215 centimeters, missing a three-point shot earlier. But a turnover against Argentina. Koszarek, over to Gruszecki. Gruszecki, putting it on the floor, faking the shot, and then the pass to Rytseniuk, not there. And the ball will go to Gruszecki. Oh! La Provitola getting that ball, picking the pocket of Gruszecki. And Luis Scola with a jump hook. Oh, yes! Luis Scola doing it all. He's got 18 points in the game. Can you imagine he only had 4 points in the first half? What an explosion for Luis Scola.
Well, Louis Scola has just been literally unbelievable. As you said, it's his movement off the ball, but again, just his simple hook shot and his little teardrops around the basket that have just absolutely pulverized this Polish national team. But Marcus Delia now coming back in, probably just going to add a little bit more muscle inside.
Radivo checking in for Campasso. Maybe the last we'll see of Campasso in this game. As Coach Sergio Hernandez now giving his relievers a chance to play. That's a missed shot from Kosharek. Get it up. Passing it off to Scola. And then there's the outside shot, not there for Radivo. Radivo getting the steal, and he will be fouled on the way to the hole. Foul on Bajarovsky.
Well, that was a hard foul, that's to say the least. I mean, look, here you can see comes over the loose ball again, just not aware of it, but oh, I wonder if the officials will review that one.
Referee saying that no timeout was called, but it looks like they will review. They will go to the IRS and review. Let's listen to what the referees are going to say.
Okay, under the basket. Can we have a camera under the basket? I think we go for the ball. I will go with the two free throws. This was normal. That was more overreaction. Okay, let's gonna go with the normal. You've confirmed two free throws. Okay.
And now there's a timeout on the floor, but earlier you heard the referees. They're going to give two free throws to Radivo on the regular call, so they will downgrade it to a regular foul and not call it an unsportsmanlike. Poland with a timeout, 6:29 to go in this game.
Well, unbelievable. Argentina now 15 steals in the game, 20 assists. For Poland, 21 turnovers. That is just one too many. I said it before, team in the game. When you play a team like Argentina, you make mistakes, they'll make you pay. You get it right, they still might make you pay. So Poland just haven't been good enough tonight on that stat.
What about the previous play? Radivo standing just 6 feet tall, 183 centimeters, going up against the huge Bajarovsky standing 7'1", that's 215 centimeters. As you see Burton Shipley of New Zealand beside the president of FIBA, Horacio Muratore of Argentina. A small man fouled by the big man. That's over a foot difference in terms of height. That's unbelievable. Radivo with the free throws. A 28-point lead by Argentina. And there's two free throws for Radivo. You know, we were talking about Argentina being an offensive juggernaut. What about the way they play defense? They're averaging, or they're conceding only 69.5 points in this competition. And right now they've held Poland to just 47 points in this contest.
Well, that's where it starts for Argentina. It starts in the man-to-man defense. I mean, pressure all up in the ball, but then it's the defense off the ball. Denials, get hands in the passing lanes. And Argentina haven't shot well from the three-point line. They haven't shot great from the free throw line for that matter, but they just like to get out on the breaks. You can see their transition basketball. Point guards down the middle, trailed by bigs, with wide players getting out wide on the perimeter.
Missed free throw here for Balcerowski. They call him Olek in Poland, 18 years old. And missing both free throws. That's not going to look good in his scouting report. La Provitola over to Scola. Radivo. And then that pass easily picked up here by Poland. Very predictable. Oh, nice play. Transition attack that time. Gruszewski scoring on the break. You see that much time left in this ball game. Argentina.
Poland now going back to a 2-3 zone. They're going to pay for this because Argentina will move the ball very quickly as they don't make that three-point attempt.
Here's Gruszewski. Over to Sokolovski. From the outside, ringing the bell. That was from distance. Sokolovski hitting it for Poland. The lead is down to 24. Radivo over to Scola. He will try it from three-point distance, and he gets it to go. Luis Scola from distance.
Well, Luis Scola now 4 rebounds, shy of a double-double, and 7 assists from a triple-double for that matter. He's got 21 points.
Sokolovski in the low block. He's up against La Provitola. Missing the shot is Poland. And now on the attack, Fielarup over to Luis Scola. Already has 21 points in this game. Fielarup. Step back. Not a good shot to take. Ritsanyuk with a rebound. Gosharek has not made a difference in this game. Gosharek passing it off. And there's the outside connection. Gruszewski.
Well, Gruszewski now stepping up and just hitting a three-pointer. But again, these shots, you can see Poland were attempting them a lot in the first half, weren't capitalizing.
Luis Scola over to La Provitola. And now it's over to Fielarup on a nice play. Ball fake and the ball rolling in.
Well, Dean, they call that the Euro step, but you see, fake the pass. I'm going to have to call that the South American step. Beautifully tucked away there by Fielarup.
Here's the move by the big guy. Doesn't have the shot. Ritsanyuk missing from the free throw line. And Argentina bringing up the ball. Scola looking for a three-pointer. Not there. Sokolovski. And he will lose possession. He's out of bounds. A turnover against Poland would have been an easy 2 points in transition for Sokolovski. And now the Polish team looking very dejected, very disappointed. 3 minutes and 23 to go in this battle of unbeaten teams. And the Argentine fans are now chanting, ole, ole, ole. They're feeling it. They're sensing it. Argentina breaking away here in the second half. It's a 26-point lead. Fielarup. And Argentina will keep. Ten seconds on the shot clock for Argentina. Sokolovski, you see him on your screens. And then Fielarup giving it up to La Provitola for the inbound. La Provitola. And he takes the leisurely outside shot. Not a good shot. I'm sure Coach Sergio Hernandez didn't like that. Ill-advised. They had 10 seconds left on the shot clock. A lot of action underneath the basket. Olejniczak, wearing number 13, getting involved in that bit of action.
Olejniczak now just checking into the game, and again, just want to play a bit physical. Gruszewski now can't make the three-pointer.
And there's the easy putback coming from Sokolovski off the offensive rebound. Less than 3 minutes to go in this contest. Still, a massive 24-point lead here by Argentina over the unbeaten team Poland. At the end of the game, only one team between these two will remain spotless.
What a pass by Fielarup there, just to spot Marcus Delia, but again, didn't want to go for it. And now he got it back out, so he'll go to the free throw line now for 2 shots. But Dean, I got to tell you, Argentina to me, they look like they are a top contender for this tournament. The way they've come in here starts with their defense. Okay, maybe they haven't shot the ball particularly well from the perimeter, but judging by how the game goes between Spain and Serbia, which right now Spain's actually winning at the end of the half by 8 points, well, that could be an interesting matchup because I personally think Argentina match up better with Spain when they do with Serbia.
Missed free throws here for Fielarup. Here's the big guy putting it on the floor. And Argentina in the penalty. It'll be 2 free throws for Balcerovski. Balcerovski. Now at the line. Tremendous upside with this 17-year-old, or rather 18-year-old big man from Poland making the free throw. Nice stroke.
He's definitely showing some signs of potential that he's going to have a great professional career, but again, what a great experience. I thought he did really well on his post defense against Luis Scola, but areas he needs to work on. You can see when he tries to put the ball on the floor, he's got to be a bit more decisive where he's going to shoot the ball or give it up.
Here's a pressure trap defense by Poland. And safely across the timeline, Argentina. La Provitola has it. All the way to Fielarup. Radivo putting it on the floor. Here's the outside shot, not there. Argentina missing from the outside that time. Maczynski. And now it's Grzycki. And he pulls up for a shot, and he makes it again. Grzycki finding the mark, and then Argentina retaliating with an easy 2 points on the other end. Less than 2 minutes to go.
Well, for me, that's just not good enough, Dean. Again, Poland make a good jump shot here off 15 feet off the dribble. And again, just how easy was from Argentina to get the ball out for a layup on the break like that.
Here's the big guy, the extra pass. Nice shot. Olejniczak getting it from the big guy, Balcerovski. It's an even 20-point lead by Argentina over Poland. And there will be a foul given up by Waczynski. And so there are 2 players from Poland with similar sounding names. That's Waczynski and Waczynski. Here's La Provitola. Fielarup throwing it from the outside and connecting from 3-point distance. Fielarup, and almost a steal by Radivo. Waczynski with the basketball, giving it over to the big guy. The pass deflected, and it's stolen by Argentina. Argentina on the attack, looking for an outside shot. La Provitola getting it to go from the deep corner. La Provitola.
Well, he had a few opportunities that he missed before that, but again, he'll be relieved to know that he finally knocked one down. He's had a very good night tonight and just treats himself to an open 3 in the corner.
What about the 89 points scored by Argentina in this game? Time ticking away. Waczynski still on the outside. And he takes the 3-point shot. And Argentina with the possession. And looks like stepping on the sideline, it will be back to Poland.
Well, to me, that's a travel. Fielarup just got the ball, wrapped it around his waist. Probably took 2 steps when he put it on the floor, but again, Poland, 17.9 seconds to go.
Grzycki with the inbound. And a drive to the hole. Grzycki asking for the pass. Argentina, what a masterful display of basketball on both ends. Getting the job done offensively and defensively. 89 points scored by Argentina. And then a pass inside to Sokolovsky. He missed, and he finally gets it to go. Radivo with the basketball. And he takes it from the outside. And that'll do it. Oh, Argentina with the last gap shot. And he makes it. Fielarup making it. And then they score more than 90 points in this game. The final score, 91. Argentina remaining unbeaten. Poland 65. A 26-point advantage for Argentina at the end of the game. That's the final score for you, 91-65. Luis Scola leading the way for Argentina with 21 points. Two other players scoring in double figures. This team has 5 players averaging in twin digits in this competition. Argentina looking like a solid title contender.
Well, Argentina mean business because they're going to find out tonight whether they're going to go up either Spain or Serbia. Now, Spain currently winning in that game in the third quarter. So if you're watching this, swap over and watch that, because that will be the decider of who these two teams play.
And Argentina, before this game, averaging 86.3 points a game. They went over that average, scoring 91 points. Plus, Argentina, before this game, holding opponents down to an average of 69.5 points. They also did better than that. They held Poland to just 65 points. And Poland, not able to get their defensive game going, not able to stop the Argentinian juggernaut. Argentinian fans showing appreciation for the effort, for the big victory of the Argentine team.
Well, look at the stats here. Argentina, 70% from within the rainbow, 30% for the perimeter. Not that impressive. 50% for the free throw line, but for me, it's down to the defense. 16 steals, 32 points from those turnovers. But Ding, look at that. 60 points inside the paint. That is simply why they won by the margin tonight.
60-26, the discrepancy in points in the paint. Look at the top scorers now, Josh.
Well, Luis Scola, unbelievable. But again, I'm not going to remind him how old he is. But again, look at that performance. Stellar performance. AJ Slaughter not chipping in probably enough to keep Poland in this game. But again, had some very good looks tonight.
Well, we didn't see much of Slaughter in the fourth quarter. In fact, not at all. And Poland succumbing to a masterful display of basketball by Argentina. 91-65. And some highlights from this game just ended. Luis Scola getting the pass and scoring on the inside. Argentine coach Sergio Hernandez. Luis Scola backing in and then faking the move to the right, curling over to the left and scoring it off the window. The ball bouncing off the head of Waczynski, and there's Waczynski from the outside, scoring it. Gruszecki had a solid game, especially in the fourth period. Poland giving it their best, putting up a tremendous fight all the way down to the last second. Gruszecki with a shot, and the American coach Mike Taylor of Poland encouraging his players to keep battling. Luis Scola with a basket. It is a beautiful pass coming from La Provitola. And then the jump hook scored by Luis Scola, who was just impeccable in this game. Luis Scola with 21 points. A beautiful game here in Foshan. And the final score, 91-65 for Argentina. And momentarily we'll see our leaderboard. This is now the final standings in Group I in the second round. Argentina, unblemished record 5-0. Poland 4-1. Russia 3-2. Venezuela 2-3. And then the scores of our two games today. The last day of the second round here in Foshan. And it's been a wonderful experience in Foshan, both in the first and second rounds, as we have Argentina and Poland finding their way to the quarterfinals, and we will find out later on when the outcome of Serbia versus Spain comes in as to who Argentina and Poland will play in the knockout quarterfinals. It's been an exciting day of action. This is Dean Quinito Hansen with Josh Bett signing off.